Happy New Year's to you. It's pretty. Look how pretty. And it's burning both ways. Oh my god, this is a really sharp sparkler. Wingardium Leviosa. If you guys can't tell, that's an 8. That's the number 8. The number 8. Woo! Alright, that's about enough of that. So another year has come to an end. Might I add that this year has been the crappiest year yet. I mean, so many bad things happened this year. It's ridiculous. And it's hard to focus on the exciting things and the happy things when you've got so much negativity and so many bad things going on. But today we are going to focus on some of the better things that happened in my year. I don't know about you guys, but aside from things outside of my little world, I had a pretty good year. I did a lot of things that made my year super exciting and super adventurous. So I just kind of wanted to recap and go over some of the things that I did this year to maybe hopefully inspire you guys for next year to get out there and do more. I believe it's important for you guys to get out there and live a life of excitement and not just worry about your job or stress at home. There's no time for that when you're living in a crazy world like we're living in today. I did so many things this past year. I would be here talking forever if I went through each and every little detail, so I'm just gonna kind of highlight a few things that were my favorite parts of the year. So I definitely started my year off with a big bang by going to Iceland. I spent about a week out in Iceland and it was so pretty, so gorgeous. It's not all hyped up. I swear to you, that is the most beautiful place I've ever seen. Given the chance to live there, I would take it in a heartbeat. That place was magical. There was so much to see there, so much to do there. I, of course, am a huge nature lover, so Iceland was the perfect place for me. Iceland is a destination I honestly didn't think I would ever be able to reach because of so many things that I read online while I was doing my research. I read that it was a very expensive place to visit, that it's not very budget friendly. So in turn, I was determined to make it a possibility for myself, and I did. I started my year out with Iceland. I got to walk behind a waterfall, I got to hike up a volcano, I got to see the Blue Lagoon, which a lot of people on the internet will try and talk you out of, but I definitely think it's an experience worth living. And not to mention, I got a once-in-a-lifetime chance of seeing the Northern Lights. It was so exciting to actually get to see them, and it's an experience I will keep with me forever and an experience I will cherish forever. It was so amazing actually getting to witness them right before my eyes. Like, I was freaking out the entire time because I couldn't believe it was actually happening. I knew it was a possibility to see them on my trip to Iceland, but I wasn't sure that it was going to happen. I don't think pictures or videos or anything besides being there does it justice. It's just so beautiful. So I also got to cross off jet skiing off my list this past summer. It was so cool to ride those, but I'm not gonna lie, I was super nervous. The first few minutes, like say a half an hour that I was on the jet ski, I was riding that thing like a grandma. I was going like 3 miles an hour because I was so scared of what, I have no idea. It's just water. But I eventually warmed up to the idea, and eventually I was riding that thing like a speed demon. Ah, that's what she said. It was definitely something that I've always wanted to do, and I saw the opportunity for it and I just went for it. Then my year took me to Colorado, yet again for the 3rd time. This was my 3rd time being in Colorado, and I still can't get enough of that place. Colorado is another absolutely beautiful place for the nature lover. I spent about a week out there camping, and I love to camp. It was exciting camping out in the middle of Colorado, the Colorado mountains. But I'm not gonna lie, I feared for my life because one of the nights at the campsite, I swear to you, I heard a freaking bear rummaging through something outside the tent, and I could not sleep the entire night. But camping's great. You guys should try it. It's wonderful. It's fun. While I was there in Colorado, I actually got to hike a mountain too, which was about 11,000 feet. My heart was pounding both on the way up and when I reached the top. The reason why I say on the way up is because as we were hiking up the mountain, it started getting steeper and steeper, and the little walk path was getting smaller and smaller. So you could feel how high you were, even though you couldn't really see it. And then reaching the top was just validation of how high you were in the air. I would love to go back to Colorado and tackle a 13,000 foot mountain. Believe it or not, I'm that insane. Next up in my year, I went to LA. Los Angeles, the city of angels. I did a lot of cool things while I was there. It was a really cool trip. It's definitely more for the city lover, for sure. But I had a great experience there. Within the first few hours of being there, I actually met a Vogue photographer. I thought that was pretty cool. But the highlight of that trip for me was getting to ride the glass slide. This glass slide is on top of a freaking skyscraper in the middle of downtown Los Angeles, and it is terrifying, but it is the biggest adrenaline rush that I've had all year. I was scared going down initially, but I rode that thing more than once. That's what she said. Man, I'm on fire today. The best part about my Los Angeles trip was actually getting to visit Venice Beach. It was so pretty down there. I also got to see the Harry Potter world at Universal there in Los Angeles, and I must say that I was kind of disappointed, just a little bit. Having been to the one in Florida versus the one in Los Angeles, it's not, there's no comparison. There's just no comparison. The one in Los Angeles was okay, it was pretty cool, but it kind of just felt like you literally like walk in and you walk straight out. There's not much to it. There's a few rides and you get to try the butterbeer and all that. It's definitely not as great as the one in Florida. So I had a wonderful ending to my year. I got to end my year with two of my greatest inspirations in life, and that's Annie Leibovitz and Lady Gaga. These two women have influenced me throughout my career, throughout my life. Their artwork inspires me, and if you don't know who Annie Leibovitz is, she's a very, very famous photographer. I got to see her speak about her work in Austin, about her portraits dating back from when she first started all the way up until now. It was truly a great honor to hear her speak on these images and hear some of the stories behind them. And as you all know, I got to meet Lady Gaga. That was a life-changing moment for me. Getting to meet her was insane. The idea of being there was just so crazy. It's gonna be really, really difficult to try and top that next year, but I mean, we'll see how it goes. And I can't forget to add that I started this channel with you guys, which I was really nervous to do, but I'm so happy that I've started it. So that was another wonderful accomplishment I had this year. There is so much more to my year, but I hope you guys stick with me through next year. So the way I like to lay things out is try and make each year better than the last. But as far as next year goes, right now, I know for sure that I will be going to Paris and Greece, and Santorini to be exact, in Greece. I'm super excited about that because that is another destination I was sure I would never reach, probably because it's super, super expensive, but I was so desperate to go. I did everything in my power to make it affordable and make it a dream come true. So that is going to be exciting when I see Santorini next year. I will definitely be making a vlog of both Paris and Santorini, so I hope you guys will stick with me for that. I have so many other things in the works for next year. I have a lot of plans that I do plan on executing, but as far as right now goes, the only things that are set in stone are Paris and Greece. But like I said, I have so many other plans in the works. We'll just have to see where next year takes me. I hope you guys are as determined to make 2018 a exciting year for yourself as I am for me. And I hope you guys have a lot on your list as well. But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you've enjoyed the videos this year, and I hope you will enjoy the videos next year and stick with me. I wish you guys a happy new year, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe or you will make me a sad girl.